finally, we've made it to one of the games I was most looking forward to in this entire marathon. It's only taken... Is it the 10th game? Or is this really the fucking 10th game? Hang on, Majora's Mask is the 6th. Then Oracles, then... Yeah, this is the 10th game. We are halfway through the series. Well, we will be when this game's done. And yep, we're going OG because, well, I'll get into that in a bit. But... God damn it, this game is good. You can see all my old save files. This is my very original save file, I think. And way back in 2006 was when I completed my second quest. I can't believe this file is still around. And 2016 was the last time I played this, which would have been after I played Wind Waker HD for the first time. This little bit of history is not as important as the others. We need a new file. Of course, we're calling ourselves Link. Gotta. Now let's begin. This is but one of the legends of which the people speak. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where golden power lay hidden. It was a prosperous land, blessed with green forests, tall mountains, and peace. But one day, a man of great evil found the golden power and took it for himself. With its strength at his command, he spread darkness across the kingdom. But then, when all hope had died, and the hour of doom seemed at hand, a young boy, clothed in green, appeared as if from nowhere. Wielding the blade of evil's bane, he sealed the Dark One away and gave the land light. This boy, who traveled through time to save the land, was known as the Hero of Time. The boy's tale was passed down through generations until it became legend. But then, a day came when a fell wind began to blow across the kingdom. The great evil that all thought had been forever sealed away by the hero. Once again crept forth from the depths of the earth, eager to resume its dark designs. The people believed that the Hero of Time would again come to save them. But the hero did not appear. Faced by an onslaught of evil, the people could do nothing but appeal to the gods. In their last hour, as doom drew nigh, they left their future in the hands of fate. What became of that kingdom? None remain who know. The memory of the kingdom vanished, but its legend survived on the wind's breath. On a certain island, it became customary to garb boys in green when they came of age. Clothed in the green of fields, they aspired to find heroic blades and cast down evil. The elders wished only for the youths to know courage like the hero of legend. So yeah, Maybe the best intro to a Zelda game ever. And welcome to Outset Island. Home of the Baja Blast. That's not where it's from. Could be. Big brother! Big brother! That's because he came in during the intro. Hi, me too. One sleepy boy. Big brother! Brothers! How's it going? Hope you're feeling alright. That's the link up there, brother! I knew you'd be here. This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea. When I play with the gulls, I call it Errol's Lookout. So, do you remember what day it is today? You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday. I have the opposite problem. I forget all my friends' birthdays. That's why Grandma has been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? Oh no, her animation froze. Hurry up, big brother. Grandma's waiting for you back at the house. And I'm sure everyone else on the island wants to say hello to you too. And they can be presents. Okay. So, right off the bat, here's going to be the problem with this game. One of the only real problems with this, and not just this, but later on Twilight Princess. Just to get this in focus right. Inverted camera controls. I don't like this. Also, you can see just how much delay is on the capture. But I'm not playing up the capture, I'm playing up the TV. Woof. This guy's house might be closed during the day. Nope, it's not. Means I'm gonna steal his stuff. Whoa. Oh, you don't know me. I turn the camera around all the time when I'm playing games. Sometimes the roll just doesn't work. Oi, Link! What's that? Today's your birthday? Well, congrats, buddy. Are you that old already? Wow, time just flies right by, doesn't it? You blink and poof, there goes a year. Don't remind me. Why? I swear I just cut the grass in this field the other day, but look at how tall it's gotten already. Again, don't remind me. This game soundtrack is amazing. Say, do you want to try cutting it, Link? You'd be surprised at the things people drop in the grass. It's fun. It's like a treasure hunt. Except, you're going to need some kind of grass cutting tool if you want to cut the grass. That's just common sense, buddy. I'll just rip it up. Where is this fuckface? Not here. Everything looks so blurry in the background. It's because I'm playing on my HD TV. It's on progressive scan. It would look better on my CRT, I'm sure, but you know, I don't have a capture card that works on that. Hoi, Link! Hey, is it true that if you just have a little courage and run as fast as you can, you can just jump? Then you can jump to that rock out there? Huh? Is it? Is it? Tell me. Watch this kid. He's just standing still right now. Look at Kish. Turn back around and... Wow, I hope I'll be able to jump like you someday, Link. Well, I saw him hop. He's not hopping now. If I could go away and he's not target him. I'm a fool. Oh, there he goes. He's hopping. He's hopping. Look at him hop. Okay, it's a timed animation. Got it. What's this nerd up to? Just saw a wild pig. Ooh, see, look, that black one there. Don't you see him? This is perfect. My wife was just telling me how she really wanted a pet. You ready to go grab it, Link? Now, you can't just run up on it. Pigs are too alert about the surroundings for you to just jog up and capture one. If you want to get close to one, you have to hold R to crouch and tilt stick to crawl slowly up behind it. Slowly. You can also distract it with bait, I guess. Interruption! Oi, Link! Press L right there and use A to talk to me. Try it. That's correct. You're a smart one. You, my friend, have just L-targeted me. When you press L, we can target certain objects. I, for one, use it quite often to talk to folks who are far away from me. Of course, even if there isn't anything around to target, you can press L to face forward, you know. It's quite handy indeed. There are a myriad of other ways to use L-targeting as well. Quite an ingenious little thing, if I do say so myself. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag, not remotely. I can teach you a few more things if you just climb up that ladder over there and drop by my room. He's waving now. Stop waving. It's weird. This asshole. Get a tissue, kid. Your grandma was calling for you, Link. And so was my mom. You know who else was calling for you, Link? My mom! Oh, Link, happy birthday. Hey, did your sister, Errol, find you? She was supposed to tell you that your grandmother was looking for you. Speaking of your sister, she saw me at work the other day, and she said she wanted to learn to carry jars on her head like me so she could help your grandma with chores. So if you see her, tell her that all she has to do is stand in front of a jar and press A to carry it. To put the jar down, she just has to press R. Can you tell her that for me? No. Peek. Hang on. I want to talk to her before I catch any pigs, see what she says. Today is your birthday, isn't it, Link? Well, how nice for you. I suppose I should congratulate you on your birthday, shouldn't I? Well, to tell the truth, I could congratulate myself, too. We just finished building our little hutch and paddock today. Isn't it a delightful addition to the place? I was actually thinking of getting a pet and keeping it here. The boys would really like that, I'm sure. Boys love pets. I wonder what kind of animal we should get. What do kids like these days? Listen, dearie. If you see any good pets around, be a lamb and just bring one here. If you do, I'll give you a little reward. Oh, we won't tell your grandma about it, will we? That's not suspicious or anything. Anyway. Eek. Eek, eek. Also, first time we get free crawling in a Zelda game. Pick at the pig. Why don't you pick at the pig? Stop moving. Pig. We've terminated Ganon's descendants. Why, did you bring that little piglet all the way here just for me? Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I've been thinking of getting a pet pig for a while now. The boys will be so happy when they get home, you sweetie. Okay, Link, hold out your hand. This is your reward. Don't spend it all in one place. 1 rupee. No, red rupees. Why, this little darling is cute as a button. You know, it's so cute that I wouldn't mind having even more of them. Glad you suck. There are 3 pigs on the island right now, correct? Including this one I just killed with my feet. I guess that's how sneaking works. Yes. There's a hello, welcome back to the satellite. Thank you for joining me on another orbit. I mean, good news. There is a whole mode you can play in just the crab tunic. You have to beat the game first and save over a file to do it, but still. Why, did you bring me another piglet? Oh, were you all worried that this little guy would get lonely hanging out inside the fence all by himself? That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Thank you so much for bringing us yet another family member. Remember this moment. Here's a little something for you. If you find any of the little piggies, you know where to bring them. It's a Goomba. That's not the line. I'm not gonna talk to my grandma just yet. I'm gonna sneak under here. Did they speed up crawling in Rando? Am I imagining? Now here's a nice prize. Your face is beaming! I love money! Speaking of, apparently they're working on getting Wind Waker and Archipelago. And I'm like, ooh. Obviously, it's in beta and there's something I gotta do for it first, but... Gimme. I will add that to my eventual all Zelda games multi-world. Solo multi-world. Yeah, I love when I pick up $100 and I make a Kappa face. You're growing up, Link, which means you're going to need as much wisdom as you can get from this point forward. I'm a crotchety old man who think the young people want nothing better to do than listen to old people prattle on about dumb shit. If you want to be wise, you must first know things. Now, I was born before you, so I know all sorts of things. Yes, I've been studying all manner of topics for many years now. Now, I can tell you're a smart lad. Lately, I've been thinking it's time for me to pass some of my wisdom down, and I think you're the one I'm going to pass it down to. Count yourself lucky, lad. Zelda 2's not an archipelago, I'm safe. Everything that you see tacked to the walls here is something I've researched thoroughly, and before you ask, yes, I do know my filing system is odd. Organizational issues aside, however, it's all extremely useful information. You would do well to read it all very carefully. Reading leads to knowing, you know. Ah, fucksticks. Such a racket! Can't you keep quiet? You've knocked everything off my shelves, you dreaded hooligan! Honestly, the hooligan I'm referring to is my younger and much less intelligent brother, who lives just downstairs. He hates studying all day, every day. The lout just exercises and practices with his weapons. Does he exercise his brain? No. The brain's a muscle too, I think. Anyway, the only thing he does study is the art of fighting. Right now, for instance, he's been studying fencing and whatnot. As if that's of any use to anyone. He simply doesn't know how to do anything besides exercise. I ask you, what's a brother to do? I'll leave you and not talk to you ever again, that's what. No, that'd be buttheads. Have a little look in here, too. Link, is that you? If I recall correctly, today you are the same age as the legendary hero. When did you get so old? You must build strong muscles from now on. Strong muscles. You have come at the perfect moment. I was just trying my rolling attack. Allow me to teach it to you. Rolling? Yeah, sure. Are you ready? Just run as fast as you can, then press A. That is how you perform a rolling attack. If you think you understand, then try to roll into the wall. Go on, young one. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Such a racket! Can't you keep quiet? You've knocked everything off my shelves, you dreaded hooligan! Again! My brother upstairs is very high-strung. His is the way of knowledge. He locks himself in his room and studies all day. He is quite wise, but with that big head of his, he's hardly accommodating. Oh, really? On top of it all, he was so very feeble. Feeble! At times, I am ashamed to call him my brother. But enough of that, Link. I sense a natural talent that beats in your veins. But you need more than that, more than talent to make it in the world today. You must also be bold. And to that end, I shall teach you the art of swordplay. What say you? Do you wish to practice your skills with the sword? Let's do it. We'll be doing this again anyway, but I kind of wanted to talk to him before shit hits the fan. Very good. Your first lesson shall be the horizontal slice. Face me and press B. Do not fear for my safety. I'm ready for you. There you go. Good. Keep coming at me until you hear me say, very good. Sounds good, Mitsu. Very good. Next is the vertical slice. Hold L to target me, then press B. Keep swinging! Very good. Next is the thrust. L target and tilt. Stick up and press B. Come at me. Thrust with your sword. No comment. Very good. Keep. Yeah, no comment. Spin attack though. Good. That is enough. It is as I foresaw. One day you shall become a master of the sword, but it is still too soon to give you a sword to carry around with you. I'm afraid I cannot give you one yet. Also fencing, they said. He's got a fucking harpoon. If I did give you one, I am certain your grandmother would fucking kill me. Oh, will be quite upset with me. And I do not need that. But if for any reason you feel you need more training, then come see me again. What's that? The Knight's Crest? Does that intrigue you, young one? It is still too early to discuss such things with you. But if you happen across 10 of those, show them to me. Then I can tell you what they are and what they do, but I will only speak if you get 10 of them. And Link, mad. He's mad about it. He's like, tell me the secret, you motherfucker! You piece of shit! What's the secret, ass? I hate you. I'm leaving. I need to find that last pig. Actually, I need to jump in here for a second. This is now introduced to the series. It's him. A customer! Welcome to Beano's Shopship. I deal in pretty much anything and everything. You have anything you don't need? If you do, show it to me. I'll pay top rupees for your junk. Or, do you see anything you'd like to buy? Oh, just use stick to browse. Let's get us a bait bag. You got some bait. Well, we didn't get any bait, actually. You're the greatest! I'll never forget you. I'm going to make a member's card just for you. When you buy lots of things and build up your points, something good will happen to you. Something very good indeed. My shop is kind to its customers. No other shop will do this sort of thing for you, I'll have you know. Now you have 1 point saved up. You should try to save up 30 points so you can earn a silver membership. Oh, stick. I'm gonna buy some of these. I didn't mean to leave. Let's investigate that pouch. Not much to look at, anyway. I love being able to skip text. We got a Hioi pear. More like Hoi pear. I hate that it has to say it every time. Alright, so that's full bait bag. We'll hang on to this bait for later. Need to find a third pig. So I think I can get him now. It'd be weird if I couldn't. Behold my true form! And this pair! Seagull flies in and swipes it. God damn it. Oh, it's over here, I remembered. Dracula's new mortal enemy are seagulls, not the Belmonts. You see him at the beach throwing out pears, lure seagulls into traps, and then attacks them. Seagulls catch on and start dive bombing them. Was he something funny? Oh, hang on. Hopefully this works. Maybe it doesn't work with a pig. It'll work with a rock. You can break that vase. I've never tried throwing a pig at it. I guess you can't pig break it. That or I'm just bad. Oh, look at this one. You sure do know where to find the cutest pigs in the whole great sea. Hey, oinker, oink, oink. Oh, now things will be ever so much more lively in the pen. It'll be like a big pig jamboree in there. Thank you so much. Oh, that's right. I can't let you leave without giving you a little present. Happy birthday, Link. You got some quiche? I guess I better think up some names for these little oinky winkies, huh? Never speak to me again. Anyway, let's go talk to Ramo. Oh my god, the Upside Down Triforce. We're in low roll. Oh no, Grandma's not here. We glitched out. The game's broken. Link. Thank you. I've been waiting for you, Link. Link. Try these on. I'm certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. Link's like, what the fuck are these? You got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather. Grandma, please. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young hero spoken of in all the legends. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child. In the olden days, this was the day boys were finally considered to be men. At like 9 or 12 years old, depending on your source. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Oh, okay, well, never mind. It's fine now. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Does all this make sense to you? No. I'm gonna say yes, but no, it doesn't. Isn't that nice, Link? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight, I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so I better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Grandma's gonna make your favorite soup for you tonight. I just know you're looking forward to it. Not anymore. Soup sucks. Now go get your sister, Errol. I mean, like, yeah, I know what my sister's name is. Grandma. Now everybody has a different comment on the outfit. We'll check, but... Oh, no, not you. Do you... I know at least one of the kids does. Nope, not you. So we're not gonna bother, but I know I know for sure one of the kids does. I don't want your soup anymore, I'm mad. Okay, I think it's literally just this kid. So, aren't those clothes hot? There's someone would consider them attractive, yes. I don't Isn't your nose... like, stupid? That gold just had magical clipping abilities. Just clip through the top there. Ah, wait, big brother. Did Grandma make that outfit for you? Her eyebrows. Wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat, though. So anyway, Link, can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? I want to give you my most treasured belonging, but just for one day. Happy birthday! You got a one-day birthday present. You got a telescope with seagulls on it. Do it now. Let's see what you can see. So, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Hee hee hee. Ooh, why don't you try it out right now? By looking over at our house from here. Let's put on the telescopy. Yeah, telescope's kind of like whatever. Hey, what's that? Link, are you looking at the red post box? I can't even tell what a red post box is from this angle. Big brother, are you using stick to zoom in? Because you should be. Oh my fucking god, that postman looks kind of weird, doesn't he? Ah, Link, the sky! Look up in the sky! Look, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a bird flying a plane. Who are these motherfuckers? Now the realization that clearly they're trying to rescue the girl, but they could have very easily hit her. And down she goes. Link, this is so terrible. That girl fell into the forest. She needs help. That's too dangerous for you to go in there without something you can use to defend yourself with. I mean, what I'm trying to say here is that it's dangerous to go alone. Now everybody has different dialogue. Which, yeah, by the way, you can shit on this wall's up there, but you can look out towards the ship and see them conversing. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what the nuts? Like, seriously. Do you have anything to say now? No. You should. So, what are you doing? Nothing you need to concern yourself with. Maybe people don't have different dialogue. You think they would notice the giant fucking bird? Okay, she did. Good. What was that noise? It was awful. You better return home quickly. A sound like that could only mean trouble. You know what I'd do if trouble came my way? I'd throw rocks to fight it off. You could handle that, couldn't you? Oh, you're gonna give me a tutorial for the rocks. You understand? No. Grandma says something, I think. Like, I'm an old lady. What do you want me to do about it? Link, what's the matter? What's happened? That's it. There's only one option. Thanks to prior experience, we know what that option is. You think I wear this green for fashion? No, it's because I love the green, man. The serious way, dude. Oh, what is the matter, Link? You have an urgent look about you. Has something happened? Whatever it is, from the look in your face, I suspect it is no laughing matter. What say you, Link? Have you come for some serious instruction in the way of the sword? No, we come for some way of the hero. Yes, sir. Very good. Your first lesson shall be the... Yeah, we've done most of this already. Whoops. When we get the new stuff, I'll talk about how dumb everything is now. New stuff. Next is the spin attack. Hold B briefly to build up your strength and release it. Or rotate stick once and press B. Hello? There we go. Very good. More. Keep it up. Or not. The noise he makes when he's mad is funny. Why isn't it? There we go. Next is harder. This is a parry attack. L target until you see, and then quickly press A to perform a strike. Very good. And again, L target and watch closely for Very good. Now finally, the jump attack. Draw your sword, L target, and press A. Come at me once more! That was a fine display. And yet, I sense a certain anxiousness in the sword you hold, an eagerness that goes far beyond the mere desire to be wielded on the fields of battle. I do not know what has happened, but I have faith in you. Somehow I doubt you will misuse that sword. Oh, won't we? You may have it, Link. I give it freely. Take the blade with you. Let me put it in the sheath and then take it back out to show it. You accepted the hero's sword. Use it wisely and carefully. You don't want to let down the kind old man who has entrusted it to you. Don't we? Excuse. Since the olden days, this sword has been used to fend off evil. Its blade is infused with the desire to become strong and righteous. Be strong, Link. I do love my TVs. Does this kid say anything else? I think Snot-Nose might say something with my sword out, but... No, he's still talking about fucking jumping! Jump around! What I'm about to do is cut that snot off you. No. We gotta do this Zelda tradition. Let's cut the grass. You chop it off and then it just grows back. Yeah, this guy talks about how like the grass grows back way too fast. And when your kid is like, haha, yeah, they're talking about how the grass respawns every time you change the area. And when you're an adult, it's like, yeah, I had to cut grass too, I feel that. Did you hear that noise, Link? Did something happen? What was it? Oh, say, that's a fine sword you have there, buddy. Just look at that thing. You know, you'd be doing me a big favor if you cut this here grass for me. I just did. Sometimes you can find things in the grass when you cut it. But it isn't always a thankless chore. It pays, buddy. Wish I could cut my yard and just find 20 bucks. That's called cutting yards for a living. If you're getting paid 20 bucks to cut one lawn in this economy, you're getting ripped off. No entry. The forest paths are closed until suspension bridge repairs are complete. Hey, bad news. Chop! I'm in. That's why we need the sword. So, I dodged this game when I was a kid for a bit. I don't think I was in the crowd of people who were like, ew, cartoony graphics, it's stupid. I think I might have, like, a tiny bit sort of felt that way, but also... Okay. Sturdy ropes. But also I rented this game. Look about me too. And I couldn't get past the Forsaken Fortress early on. We'll talk more of that when we get there. I think it was for that reason I decided, maybe I don't want to play this game. I thought... My god, a girl! I was like, if I can't get past this, I probably won't like the rest of the game. So then, some years later... I forget when exactly, but it seems like 2006 might be a fair bet. In fact, that date was before Twilight Princess came out, so, if I remember right. So before Twilight Princess came out, I came back to this game. God, I love the dynamic music, or dynamic sounds are hitting enemies. Funny thing is, I was at my cousin's, and he was like, hey, I'm at the end of the Wind Waker, and I know you like Zelda and are good at Zelda. Can you help me beat it? Fairy Fountain Site. This spot marks the remains of an ancient fairy fountain. The legendary hero was said to come here after battle, so the fairies could ease his weariness. It was also said that whoever met with a great fairy who lived here was blessed with great fortune, so it can be known as the Fountain of the Fortune Goddess. We'll remember this. Go back and forth. So when I... About to fight some assholes. So I did. He was like, can you beat the final boss for me? I'm like, I did, and without a whole lot of prior experience with Wind Waker besides the renting. I fought the final boss, the bosses, and beat the game. I was watching the ending like, this stuff seems kind of cool though. That was an orb and I broke it and I can't get the stuff now. I'm like, this stuff is kind of interesting. Why have I not actually played this game? So later on, down she goes. Later on, I would get the game myself. Ouch! And the rest is history. Wow, what's with that get-up? Well, whatever. So where am I? Also, for whatever reason, I always read this girl's voice with the same voice as the voice actress who did in Digimon Tamers, Rika. It was the same voice. For some reason, that just clicked with me in my head and just works. Random trivia. I don't think I get those rupees now. I think that just ends after this cutscene. Oh, that's right. That giant bird came in. Can y'all see scan lines in this capture? Because I'm seeing scan lines suddenly. Miss Tetra! I don't think I was noticing them before. Oh, thank goodness, you're safe. When I saw you get dropped on this summit, I thought for sure you'd... Summit? Did a bird drop me on the top of a mountain? Well, wasn't that nice of it? Well, don't just stand there. Let's go. Time to repay our debt to that bird and fool. But, miss, what about this boy? Don't worry about him. Come on. I'm going to hate trying to replicate my mental voice for one of these other pirates coming up soon, but I'm gonna do it. Oi, big brother! I'm saying the thing again as my catchphrase, clearly. Don't Link, your bad example. You went up there in the dangerous spot and your sister was like, oh, if he goes up there, I'm fine. And she goes up in the dangerous spot and this happens. Brother! Maybe she just likes reality TV. Stupid kid! Get a hold of yourself! She's gone. There's nothing you can do. What a jerk. I'm not talking about the bird, but him too. What? You want to come with us on our ship? You understand what you're asking? We're pirates, you know, pirates! Yar har fiddle dee dee, the terror of the seas. What do we get out of bringing some helpless little kid along with us? I'll tell you what we get. A headache. I know how you must feel, with your sister having been kidnapped and all. But that doesn't really have anything to do with us now, does it? And how do you figure that? Whoa, whoa, whoa there! Just who are you? Where do you get off butting in on someone else's conversation? Please, all I mean to say is that if you big bad pirates hadn't come to this quiet little island, that poor girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird. Just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. This guy's a badass. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time traveling amongst the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things. Also, I'm pretty sure Quill here is a guy. But for the longest time, I thought it was a woman. Ritos are weird. As a result, I hear many things. Haven't any of you heard word that young girls have been getting I can't talk. That young girls have been getting kidnapped lately from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter whether you've heard it or not, that seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. And unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was just kidnapped from this island also has long ears, does she not? Much like you do, Miss Fearsome Pirate. My point is that the bird mistook that poor girl for you. That's why I grabbed her. Oh, wait a minute, bird. You're also a bird. Doesn't that mean you're on this? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young Link here who saved you from the monsters in the forest, wasn't it? Is this true? Oh. And while I'm at it, fuck you! No. I may as well tell you that the bird that kidnapped both you and Link's sister has made its foul nest to the north, on the heights of the Forsaken Fortress. The Forsaken Fortress? Isn't that the place where... So, what are you going to do? Under the circumstances, I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to give Link a little help now, would it? I don't need you to tell me that. You clearly did. Even if I were to consider it, lately I've heard nothing but evil rumors about this Forsaken Fortress. You can't possibly mean to go there with nothing but that cheap little sword. That's not brave, it's stupid. I mean, come on. Even a simple little island like this has to have something you could use as a shield. You know, something to protect yourself with. Anything. Tell you what, if you come back with something like that, we'll let you stow away in our ship. Oh, and one more thing. Once we leave, you won't be coming back here for a while, so you better say goodbye to your family while you have the chance. I don't want you getting all weepy-eyed and homesick on me. He's the worst character ever. No. Yeah, this game famously did have to cut content for deadlines, but as it stands, I still think it's an incredible game. You can't be serious. What is she thinking bringing a ship like you aboard? Talk about a joke. Boy, Miss Tetra's impulsive nature sure has a way of landing us in hot water. Shrimp? If you're going to go sailing on a pirate ship, you better be prepared to become a pirate, yeah? Because if you get scared and start begging and crying at us to let you off the ship somewheres, then you're guaranteed to end up as shark bait. Oh no, I'm afraid to do my voice with this guy. Yo, Aiden! Thank you for the raid. Hope your stream was good.
Hey, Shrimplet. Are you going to be our new pirate Schwabby? Because any new Schwabby reports to me. Yes! This means I don't have to wash the other pirates' dirty underpants anymore.
Getting into that turn completely into southern accent is not what I want. This is a terrible situation, Link. I'm truly sorry. Unfortunately, I can't go in your stead. But if anything happens, please come to my island. I will do what I can to aid you. Where is your island? I don't know anything about islands. Now I think a lot of people have different dialogue. If they exist, you exist. Link, your sister, Errol, she's... Don't tell me. You're not going to board the ship and try to save her, are you? Yes. You're running at me too? Link, are you going somewhere? No? Yes. Hey, aren't you listening to me? Don't go, Link. Don't go. No, cut your stick and your snot. Alright, let's go. I don't remember if Pig Woman said anything different. I have a very specific voice of that character. I can't do that. Say, Link, did something happen to you? You don't look well. Yeah, and you suck. Sadly, cannot name the pigs. You say anything different?
What's the matter, my lad? You look pale. Is everything alright?
You're a smart lad, Link. You'll find that everything I've written down and tacked to my walls will be very useful in life. A lifetime of knowledge, all for you. You just be sure to take the time to read it all through very carefully. If you don't, you'll surely end up like that useless hooligan of a little brother of mine who lives downstairs. My stars, what was that racket outside? Got him! You're a smart lad, he says after I break all his pots. All this stuff is just like gameplay tips. We're not reading it. I know how to play this goddamn game. I have just found my rando runs. I think Orca has new dialogue. I think you can choose to practice again, but I won't. No. No, shut up, kids. You're evil. He doesn't even care. It's like, yeah, I love fucking cutting grass. Like, what, your sister got kidnapped? It's not grass, I don't give a shit. Link, I thought I heard Arrow's voice crying from far away. Is it really true? What is it, Link? Please, tell Grandma what's troubling you. And where's Arrow? Is she still playing outside with the gulls? No, it's fine, Grandma. I'm just gonna go play, and I'll be back soon. And I'll be back with Arrow. We're gonna go play somewhere, and we're okay. Nothing's wrong. Link. Is this what you're looking for? Take it with you. You got the hero shield, it makes you sad. The legendary shield said to have been used by the hero himself. Definitely not. Hold R to defend yourself. You can also hold R to defend while L-targeting. Now it's on my back. Guess it is true. Girl really has been kidnapped, hasn't she? What kind of monster could take such a sweet young child? It's a big bird with a mask. Oh, Arrow. One of the saddest songs in the franchise. Which is why we need to go stop the song by saving the day. Go swimming. Alright, you dick cocks, let's go! Wow, that's a decrepit old shield. I sure can still use that thing. Are you going to get splinters and cry? Well, whatever. If you're ready, then let's go. Are you ready? Yes. Cool shot.
No!
Good luck, Link. Good luck finding Arrow. Have fun storming the castle. Take care of yourself. Grandma, no. Ugh, how much longer is this going to go on, do you think? Do you have an estimate? Fuck you mean? Are you sure you shouldn't just quit right now? Seriously, think about it. I can tell you're just going to get more sentimental from here on out. There's still time, you know. Are you sure we shouldn't just turn around and take you back to your island?
No.
Was that a light ring in the cutscene? Glorious. Welcome to the ship. Link's expressions in this game are top tier. Link, listen kid, you can't just stand around on deck. You'll get in everyone's way. I've told Nico to look after you, so you better report below decks and ask him what he should be doing. I could be wrong, by the way, but I'm pretty sure there are characters named Mako and Zuko on this ship. There's at least one of them. So if you're an Avatar Legend of Korra fan, there you go.
Into the big blue, boys. Turn the ship full to starboard. We'll head for the northern seas. Listen, Shrimp, you're really creeping me out standing there like that, so quit it, yeah? Stay out of my way. Way out of my way. Go down below and find Nico.
That Nico didn't make out half bad, with you being the new Swabby and all. New Swabbies always get stuck doing the hardest work. It's a real raw deal, but hey. I'll tell you, it sure sounds like Nico is happy to finally not be the bottom rung on the pirate ladder. You bet he is. Hey, but don't sweat it. I'm sure you'll do just fine, as so long as you don't disobey him.
So your name's Link, right? That's one weird getup you got on there. So what's the deal? That popular back on your island or what? Now that I think about it, though, I think I've seen an outfit like that somewhere before. Actually, wait, does he have secondary dialogue if I talk to him again? I know they all do, but I'm not gonna, like, get too hung up on dialogue. You know, come to think of it, I think there's a picture of someone in an outfit like yours hanging on the wall on a Miss Tetra's cabin. You should know, there's always a test when a new pirate swabby joins up. I guess I am getting hung up on dialogue. I guess you could say there's a way of welcoming new swabbies. Yep, that's it. One way or the other, you'll figure out what it is you gotta do once you get below decks. Then be sure to do it. Yep. Do it. I think you'll have secondary dialogue too. I'll call you when we reach the Forsaken Fortress, so until then, just go talk to Nico and do whatever he tells you.
Hey, Zuko!
There he is.
You keep a strict watch up there, yeah? If you spot anything, give us a shout. A loud shout! Because I could never figure out what you're goddamn saying. That's why you gotta be sure to shout, Zuko!
Yep. Zuko's real and he's gonna burn us. Now. Yes, same with these. You know the way, will ya? Turn around right now. Climb down. No. So, you really plan on going into the Forsaken Fortress? Listen, I'll tell you once I see it. So climb down, will ya?
No, I'm gonna look too.
There's nothing out here. This isn't the real ocean. Stop right there! This is Miss Tetra's cabin! Most of us real pirates aren't even allowed in here. There's no way we're letting an outsider in. Don't even think about it. You're probably wondering why we treat young Miss Tetra with so much respect when she's clearly so much younger than us, aren't you now? Now, I won't go saying this in a very loud voice, but while she may look young, Miss Tetra is actually 35. That's a joke, Shrimpy. I suppose it was just chance that we lost our last miss when Miss Tetra was still young. Ooh, fate is cruel, she is. That's why Miss Tetra took over so young. She owes it to her predecessor. Everyone's come to respect her for that, for coping with so much at such an age. Respect has nothing to do with how many years you've been on the Earth, but you're probably too young to understand that. I mean, you think she's also not too young to understand that? Alright, here we go. Here's the thing.
Oh, wow now! Ahoy there, Swabby! As of today, I am your superior, Nico. Now, I promise I'll go easy on you, so you do as I say, okay? Right. More like, right. Now, first off, you have to take the test all new pirates have to take. It's a bit of a doozy, so get ready. You watch everything I'm about to show you real careful like, so you can cram it into your no-doubt mushy, sloppy brain.
This is the only time I'm going to miss the randomizer is improved. Actually, Wind Waker HD's improved rope swinging controls, but...
First off, you're gonna press this switch. It's the only easy part. Just walk up to it and tilt stick up to step on it. Presto! Switch pressed. Now, check it out. After the platforms rise up from the floor, you gotta jump on them. I'm pretty bad at jumping, as you can see. Okay. I was able to jump to this first one myself, but that next one is too far, right? That's when you gotta do this. Fucking went up though. If you jump right at the rope, you can grab onto it and use the swing. Swing it till you get close enough to the next platform and then press A to let... Yes, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Press A to let go and jump to it. So, do you think you get how to do it? You have to swing from platform to platform and try to get to the entrance of that room over there.
If you missed and just died.
Here's the problem though, Schwalby. The platforms only stay raised for a little while. If you don't get there by the time they drop, you have to start over.
I like to imagine he was given that explanation while he was doing the course.
It will probably take you at least 1 year before you're good enough to make it all the way here. 1 rough year. 1 tough year, full of bumps and bruises. Of course, if you manage to do it faster, I'll reward you. Now give it a try. This ought to be good for a chuckle or two.
You having a giggle, mate? I always do that. I always fucking overshoot the first jump. Nope, shut up. I don't care. This is control explanations. I feel like someone's done that experiment. And let's just reset the platforms. There we go. Supposed to like immediately tap off. I don't like this angle, so I'm just gonna readjust. This is not the mid-20s, it's fake. And let's just sit here until platforms go down. Nope. Second try, baby.
What? You did it already? I'm proud to have you as my underling. I wonder if it's okay to just give that to him. I don't see why not. And Dad will get busted. Alright, Schwalby. Tell you what, you can have the treasure in that chest over there. It's a reward from the great and generous Nico. Hurry and take it before someone comes.
Hang on, I'm gonna move it.
Oh my god!
Too late, Nico. You got the spoils bag. You can keep the items you get from enemies in this handy pouch. You can hold up to 8 types of items. And items, yeah. Hey, Link! We've reached the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry up and get up here, fucker!
Ah, but there's still so much stuff I have to teach you. It's just so lame. Ah, well. I guess I can wait until you finish whatever it is you have to do.
By the way, some stairs you just can't roll up. But some you can. It's a weird quirk in this physics engine that will carry over to other games. Was Nico's test easy? Really? That's the Forsaken Fortress. What an evil-looking place. Hey, Link, here I am, up here. That fucking voice clip, though. The young miss is waiting for you up above. You've reached the Forsaken Fortress.
What are you doing, Shrimp? Miss Tetra's waiting for you up in the crow's nest. Shake a leg, yeah? Go! Hoof it!
No. No! Place. This stuff. Oh my god. The bird. I'm feeling like fried chicken tonight. Let's go get him. The game still looks great. What were you doing with Nico? Don't tell me you're playing some stupid game for treasure, were you? I hate that asshole. I'm gonna fire him. Well, whatever. There's something you need to see. Have a look over there. That's the cursed isle known as the Forsaken Fortress. There are all sorts of strange rumors about this place. What I do know is that long ago it used to be the hideout of a no-good group of pirates we used to compete with. Look at this chucklefuck. They were just small time. Now the place looks like it's pretty dangerous. I knew it. Look! Over there. By that window. Have you ever seen so many seagulls flock like that before? I'll bet you anything that's the place where they've got your sister locked up. But it looks like the whole place is under really tight guard. This won't work. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near landing there. What do we do now?
Hey, what the fuck?
Look, don't struggle. He's being weirdly quiet. Sometimes he'll make so many noises in succession. Here it goes. If you really want to get into a dangerous place like that, this is the only way to do it. Trust me. We pirates do this all the time. Don't worry about it. It'll be a piece of cake. Everybody ready? Never you fear, kid. We're pros. We're gonna launch you good. 3, 2, 1. These fucking faces. Yeet! And now he's dead. And there goes our sword. Bloosh. The Forsaken Fortress. Your sword landed all the way up there? Shoot, I'm sorry. I apologize. I guess my aim was off by a little bit. The look on your face. Priceless.
The fuck is this?
I slipped a stone into your pocket just before we fired you over there. It's no ordinary stone either. I can see what you're doing through the stone, and obviously you can hear me through it. So if you see, you better press that button. I put the stone in your quest status screen that I somehow know about. Yeah. It's pretty basic. Hey, but listen carefully. I need this back after you save your sister, so don't go losing it, you understand?
The rupee's bait. Going for it anyway. Oh no, they've caught me.
Alright, I forgot in this one they actually just throw you in fucking jail. You know, that's fine. Come on, what are you doing? If you start wandering around a place as well guarded as that without any means of defense, you're bound to get caught. At the very least, you should see if there is anything nearby that you can use to hide yourself with. Think stealth. See what you can find around there and be quick about it. Time is short. So yeah, when I first got here... What? Are you planning on spending the rest of your life in there? I just started moving! Yeah, thanks. When I first got here as a kid, I was peeved that they took my sword away and made me do this. Nowadays, like, I think it's actually pretty cool. But I never did manage to actually get through this. And as a result, that rental of the game was the only time I played the game. I don't think I ever finished the story either. But yeah, like... I helped my cousin beat the game. Somehow, despite my only prior experience being the rental. Watched the ending, was kind of intrigued by what was going on. I think I did finish the story, actually, because I remember that, and then I got the game and the rest is history. Yeah, we got the map now. And we can open it with a single button. Such a nice addition. I feel like I would have liked Final Fantasy VI as a kid, but I never ended up playing any Final Fantasies. Besides Mario RPG. These dynamic angles, though. So we gotta do some business. Take care of some stuff before we advance to make things safer. What? I don't need to answer these, but that's the cool thing, at least, is that they make these optional. Listen up, Link. There's a monster running the searchlight up there. If you can slay the monster, then just maybe it'll shut the searchlight down. Oh, but you're unarmed, aren't you? All you have is a shield. If I were you, I'd try to use my shield to deflect a monster's blows. See if I can make it drop its weapon. If you did that, you could pick up its weapon with A. That's just me. What do? You know, pay it off. Give it 20 rupees to go away. There's another option. It's like, what? I heard a noise. Alright, you fuckstick, get over here. This was another cool element of the game, was that you could just pick up other types of weapons and use them. And throw them. Everybody is the soul of which we will whittle down. I don't know. We gotta get this searchlight above us. To do that, we gotta go through here. Shut down the searchlights and get to the thing where we do the stuff. I'm not actually sure how long I plan to stream today. I was going to average around 3 hours. We'll see where that takes us. It might get us through the first dungeon. You know, if you don't count this as the first dungeon. See, if it lets you skip through text, it's not as big a deal to me. Let's try the strategy she was talking about. I'm glad it didn't work first try, as I was going to say that, well, it's not always guaranteed to work. The little interactions that you can do with the enemies and stuff like that happens is very, whoops, very funny. Where'd it go? Oh, shit. Missed. Alright, another one down. God, it's fucking camera. I can't stand these controls. Only 3 searchlights. For some reason I thought there were fewer. Well, let's head back that way. What? There's plot on my porn? How dare you? No. Hang on. Yeah, I was going the right way. Wasn't sure what place was which on this mini-map. True, but yeah, I'm going to be petty and shut them all down. You got the compass. Nope, not this one. Destroy them all. I will. One smack and he ran away. It's pretty great. Stop and yoink. Not yoink, yeet. God. It'll be good to get through Twilight Princess because then I don't have to worry about universe camera controls anymore. Is it? Almost there. Look, a handy little shortcut. Twilight Princess is good. Shut up. Here's the part where I really got stuck, I think. I can... Maybe not... Okay, it wasn't this room, actually, but this concept of... sneaking past the moblins. Rats. Okay, that was... impeccably easy. I thought I was gonna get like a little... be able to show up the world where like if they notice you but don't actually catch you, there's like this... sound and this camera angle adjustment that just really got me as a kid. Yeah, the rats can really... I think the rats can screw you over too. Maybe? I don't know. By the way, let's take... Dun 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 dun. I think we'll see if we can get a proc here. Like that, yeah. Widowmaker is definitely my favorite between the two, and one of my favorites, top favorites in general. But Twilight Princess is still very good. I'm just gonna sit here for a second while I wait for him to march slowly. Too close, damn it. Well, we're caught. Now we gotta go back up. You did set me on fire. You know, it's kind of fine to have, like, the,
Oh, it's blue. I want it.
To show what happens if you get caught here. I think I've already getting caught in like Ocarina of Time stealth segment. And that's exactly why I have already thought ahead of time that my streaming style of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is going to be way different than it is of these games. Because, yeah, it's like definitely not the same. Not the same thing. You can't even quantify it. Still fantastic games. But yeah. This is not the right way. I think. Let's go through here, it's fine. I still like Zelda 1. I do have nostalgia for it. There's definitely issues with it, but I think it's a fun time. Zelda 2... One of these days I still want to do my nostalgia stream. What I was gonna do was let's do a SNES nostalgia stream using the NSO collection, but then I was like, what if I just expand that to every collection? That could be fun. Not in one stream. I think I would give like different streams, or at least stream segments to each one, but it would involve some replaying of games I've already played here. But I think my idea was to strictly keep it to games I actually did play as a kid and not, like, games I played later. Fuck you. So for instance, I would play Ocarina of Time on a 64 stream for a bit. But not Majora's Mask. I didn't play it as a kid. I like the free camera icon. Yeah, we're gonna let this guy pass. Again. This time just wait. Slowly wait. I guess we're waiting even longer. Move faster, you dick cock. That seems safe. Not too worried about that one, as I'm pretty sure QST is not a domain name. Like some nice freestanding hearts that are in 3D now and aren't JPEGs. I hope that's not your domain name. Nice sword. Got back to hero sword you dropped. Now your business. Take care not to drop it again. Don't worry, we will drop it again. He did. That song's really good, so I'm a little bit sad that I cut it out so soon, but we'll hear it again. Don't start with that. Wait, who are these other girls? Something doesn't sound right. It sounds like chicken! Now Link's dead the end. Stab it in the foot! Look, he hasn't quite learned how to dodge yet. Yeet. Link cannot beat the eat. It's gonna be a theme in this game. Link. Link. Wake up, Link. Pull yourself together, Link. Well, have you come to your senses yet? Surprise! You're surprisingly dull-witted. I got a talking bow, what the fuck? I love that laugh so much. Did I startle you? I suppose that is only natural. As wide as the world is, I am the only boat upon it who can speak the words of men. Now this other boat I know can speak the words of frogs. No. I am the king of red lions, do not fear. I am not your enemy. Link. I've been watching you since you went to the Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how your desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything. Such a bold attempt was foolhardy. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands that monstrous bird. I love how he's just sitting here listening now. It's like, oh, talking about... Okay, sure. What's up? His name is... Ganon. He who obtained the power of the gods, attempted to cover the land in darkness, was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He is the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm that the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? Will you do anything to save her? Double nod. I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you should do and where you must go. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone by what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can wield only after much toil and hardship. Do you understand? 3 nods. No. In that case, we depart to the Great Sea. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Pizza, please. This is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. I brought you far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but without a sail I will be useless to you. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. While the sail must come first, do not feel limited to buying only it. Once you have it, feel free to stock up on anything else you think you may need. He cruised very slowly, but remember, there is no time to play. Come back here immediately as soon as your errands are done. So anyway, I'm gonna go play. These fucks. These fucks! And these fucks. What's the matter, mister? Why are you looking at us like we're aliens or something weird like that? What? We're good girls! We don't spread rumors! It's fake. What? Can't you see we're busy? I know we're super cute and all, but that doesn't mean you can just come up and talk to us whenever you like. Jeepers. I mean, she's got a point. Oh no, the killer bees suck. Well, mostly it's just the leader. The killer bees. So I'm feeling pretty good. Why? Because I recently got myself a pet pig. 3, in fact. I got a black splotch pig, too. How often do you see one of those? Not often, chum. I just saw one on outside, didn't I? I've led him ashore to graze over yonder, but the thing is, I can't stop worrying about the little guys. This guy. Also a creep. Oh, if you please, young boy there. Please help me. Please listen to my tale of woe. You know. Okay. Oh, my sweet, sweet daughter. My only daughter, poor Maggie. She was captured by a bunch of villains and taken to the Forsaken Fortress. What on earth could those scoundrels want with her? Are they just roaming around looking for young maidens? Are they just evil creatures who delight in mischief? Well, crud, having a kidnapped daughter doesn't get you a single rupee, you know. And this is why he's an asshole. Please, please save my poor daughter, I beg of you. Here I stand, begging. I hope you'll give those scoundrels in the Forsaken Fortress a good scare. They'll pay for what they've done. Oh yes, pay. It's a peaceful place, this here island. The people here would never even dream of leaving their little paradise and setting sail on a voyage to sea. Know what I mean? Why, this town is full of faces that don't even show the slightest interest in the sails of a ship. Are we sailors the only ones? Has no one else set out on the great sea? You trying to buy a sail too, huh? You say you want to sail for a boat? Tell me you're kidding with me. Listen up, laddie. Try using your head a little more. What makes you think a bloke like me, a guy who makes his living out to sea, would give away the very sailing gear he needs to survive? Look elsewhere, laddie. No, if I cut it off your ship, no. Here's a weird thing I noticed. Like a weird small detail that really pleased me as a kid for some reason. You can like immediately put your sword away as soon as you take it out. As opposed, like if you're walking, you can just stop, press A, and go again. Ocarina of Time, you can't put away that fast. I don't know why it's such a big deal to me, or a big detail I noticed as a kid, but it's there. If you can indulge me for a moment, please admit that I'm looking fine. Why, looking this fine could have won me the Miss Windfall crown way back when. I'm still looking better than all the younger girls I know. Hoo hoo hoo. Shut up, you suck. And this guy. Hello, hello, and hello! You are standing in the one and only Chew Jelly Juice Shop. You must have heard our potions are the best. I'm telling you, they're too good, in fact. They're absolutely incredible.
What's that? What's chew jelly, you ask? Looking somewhat bewildered? Oh, sir, you simply must be joking. You don't know what chew jelly is? Well, just ask yourself this, good sir. What is a robustly nourishing element? What is a mystical substance that is good for the body and mind? Ask yourself. The words chew jelly roar out in answer to these questions, proclaiming themselves to be true. Why is it it is the key ingredient in the most effective potions around. All you have to do is bring an empty bottle to my little juice shop here, and I'll let you have a taste. Here's the question, sir. Do you have an empty bottle? Sadly, no. Not yet. Oh, so, fuck your shells. Taking your cash and leaving.
They're not weirdos. They're quirky.
You're looking for a sale? I have no idea where you find one. Do I look like a sailor to you? Look, I'm feeling down right now, so shove off, will you, and drop anchor elsewhere.
Here's a fun subversion. I'm gonna stay here long. I'm gonna take this pot.
You little weasel! Well, thank you so much for coming into my home and breaking my high-priced vases. If you break any more, I assure you that I shall not let go lightly. No, sir, not at all. I shall require compensation.
You know, I don't think I actually knew you could break one and leave. If you break more, he does charge you before you leave and then shoos you off.
She's so saucy, isn't she? I can't believe she's a school teacher.
Rumor has it she has mountains of tacky pendants and earrings, as if she loves nothing in the world more than jewelry.
Now just what are you doing?
Were you listening to us, you scamp? You listen, young man. I haven't seen you around, so I guess you're new to Windfall. But don't you know it's bad to eavesdrop on conversations meant only for adult ears? We're discussing very, very important topics that kids just wouldn't understand. You're far too young to be listening to us, young man, so shoo. Cut it out. This guy. My story is a strange one. I just met you and you're giving me your story. I came across cursed seas from a land far away. A land where the blizzards blow violently, heading for this town called Windfall. But dear me, as I traveled, a terrible storm descended and tore my ship to bits. Yet mysteriously, only that escaped without so much as a mark on it. From the looks of you, I would say you are a traveler as well. Oh, yes indeed. Did you not purchase that from me? It's my one and only heirloom from home. The people of this town do not seem the least bit interested in that, despite the fact that it would help them travel the dangerous seas about their town. Please, I beg of you, I wish to open a business here in this town, so I'm in desperate need of finances. How does 80 rupees sound?
I don't need it.
Yes, thank you very much indeed. I received precisely 80 rupees for it. I can use these funds to finance my new business. Oh dear me, what a happy day. Very well, young master, as I promised, please.
Take that!
You got a boat sail. We'll use it later. Yes, you have made a good purchase today, my young master. You have saved my life and business as well. Treasure it dearly. It is the finest sail in the world. Treat it as such. I think I can go up here now. Oh, but don't worry, we shall not be alone. Welcome. Oh my, you're a very small customer, aren't you? Well, that's fine, of course. You just feel free to look around. Lately, I've been hearing that monsters in the Forsaken Fortress have been going around kidnapping girls with long ears. I can't believe it. After all, 2 girls from Windfall have already been kidnapped. Poor Maggie and Mila. It just breaks my heart to think about those two. Both of their fathers are desperate to find anyone who can rescue the poor little girls. What kind of world has this become? So much fear and suffering. Oh, we can deal without not having a swift sail. It's fine. People from all over the world seem to gather here in Windfall Island, all hoping to become successful merchants. I suppose you could say that this is the island where people and money come together, but you know what? Money is important, sure, but don't you think people need to open their hearts a little more than their wallets? I've been kicking around this crazy world for a long time, and I've learned to stop and sniff the flowers along the way. You got sideburns, dude. Sideburns? Hey there, boy. Did you happen to see the postbox down near the docks? Just so you know, if you want to send someone a letter, just set it to button and use that button to put it in the postbox. It's just that easy. Before long, the Rito postman will come to deliver it to whomever you sent it to. He's a hard-working fellow, I tell you. No, I would have to say that I've never seen your face before, have I? Now, intriguing, beguiling. I know you're just a small child, but I found one can rarely trust strangers. Where is it you've come from, young sir? I'm sorry, but the years have made me wary. Once, long ago, I rented a room out to a traveler for a single night. The next dawn, my precious picto box was stolen. Tell me, young sir, why are good deeds so often repaid with cruelty? I spread kindness where I can, and so my box does not come back to me. It is a sad thing. You may look like a child, but you can see why I cannot be assured of your youth. Be a good boy and be gone! Shoo, shoo! What a dick! Well, what do you think about my outfit? You don't see clothes like this often, do you? Aren't they so cute? A friend of mine who lives on the outside island sent this outfit to me. She's an amazing girl. She can put jars on her head and walk around like it's nothing at all. I know her! You'd have to see it to believe it. I have seen it! I tried to break her pot with a pig. It's kind of something I do not understand. I wonder if a boy like you will do. It's difficult to tell. Yes, difficult. You see, my one and only daughter, Mila, was taken away from me to a frightening place called the Forsaken Fortress. I've asked many to rescue her, but it seems to be a difficult voyage to that accursed place. Oh, to see my sweet Mila again, my precious little daughter. I worry so over her welfare. I can't recall the last time I slept more than a wink. I sincerely wonder about the wisdom of asking a boy like you to do this. Would you lend a hand to help me rescue my precious daughter? You are a brave boy to take on this task. I assure you, if you do rescue her, I will pay you. As much money as it takes. I'd give my entire fortune for her safety. Well, what do you think of the chances for my daughter's rescue? They say the place is called the Forsaken Fortress. Go now. My daughter, Mila, waits for a hero. What is it? You look like you want something. Don't tell me. You need some funds to get you started? You do want money. Oh, is that a fact? Money, huh? In that case, I must first test your resolve. This is the part I don't get. As you can see, I placed red rupees in 3 of my vases downstairs, so which vases are they in? Hang on. I never understood this. I thought I'd had it figured out one time. I plucked the vases down and set them down, but I don't know what you're supposed to do. And when I broke them, he just made me pay for them anyway. I'm just gonna take the red rupee on the stage here and leave. Maybe something I can investigate in between streams. If I thought about it, I would have done it now, but or before this stream, but alas. I'm not going to talk to everybody in every single island, but for now, why not? Yep, the sailors like us, the wind's our whole life. It should be nice if a fair wind blew today. It's a westerly wind that's blowing now. If you were to sail where this wind would take you, you'd end up on a straight shot for Dragon Roost Island. But I suppose telling that to a non-sailor like yourself was a bit pointless, eh? What a bunch of punks. Yo, bud, are you looking for a picto box or something? Yeah, I thought so. There ain't nothing in this town that we killer beast don't know. Boss, I heard about this from my dad. And I know where this is. I think I've always gotten it before they've ever talked about it. A while back, this thief stole a picto box and he was held in the town jail for a long, long time. Yeah, real long. That thief managed to get free after a while, but the box he stole never got found. Maybe it's still hidden somewhere in the jail cell, don't you think? Maybe? Give me a break. How stupid would that be? Real stupid, that's how stupid. I never knew about that hint, by the way. You know what I reminded myself of? I don't know if I still have this. A magazine... We'll talk about this guy. A magazine I had like a little fold-out thing where it was a preview of Wind Waker. And had like... I think it was before it came out over here. And had like a bunch of like details about each of the dungeons and the bosses and tricks and stuff. So I knew some stuff about the game ahead of time going in. Long before I started caring about wanting to figure things out myself. And it had... I guess it had direct translations for some of these islands. I don't remember what they were all called, but I distinctly remember that Forsaken Fortress was called Monster Island on this preview thing. This was also before Wind Waker was out over here, so I didn't know it was not called Monster Island yet. So, interesting random trivia. Let's talk to this guy. Hey, welcome. It's 10 rupees per game per kids. You want to play or what? Yeah. Yeah, okay, then, No, it's not on that. Unless it was stuffed into the magazine. It was from a magazine. Welcome to the fleet. I am the great Admiral Dolwalski. Look sharp, for we are the sole protectors of this island.
Admiral, red alert! All hands on deck! Sonar shows that schools of deadly giant squid are approaching. All ships prepare for battle.
What? Where? Uh-huh. I see. The fiends approach. There are 3 squid groups. A large one, a medium one, and a small one. If we allow them to come any closer, the children on the island will be in grave danger. Sailor, take command of our new radar system to seek out and sink all of these fiendishly hidden enemies. But be warned, you have only 24 cannonballs that you can fire. To destroy the marauding squid paws, you must score 4 direct hits on the large, 3 on the medium, and 2 on the small. I wonder what this accent was written to be in Japanese. Use stick to move the cursor and press A to fire a cannon blast. May your aim be true, that is all. That is all the instruction you need. Is that clear, sailor? Aye aye, sir. Love the other options. What's going on? Oh, Salvatore is amazing. Excellent. So far, our best sailor has managed to destroy all of these giant squid using only 20 cannonballs. May you fight as bravely. We're not going to try to win the match in this game. We're just here for the sound effects. God, that was pathetic. One more. Oh, bad news, sailor. The enemies have retreated, or something. Just 10 rupees per game. Yeah, let's go. Ah. Excellent work, sailor. Your deeds have successfully protected the peace on this fair island. We are so very proud. That was the good score, too. The children on the island would like to thank you, sailor. Thank you, Mr. Sailor. Please take this piece of heart as a sign of our gratitude. You are so great. We did the thing. That's our first heart piece, too. Whoa, wait a sec. 15? Hey, that's a new record. So, you get this, too. You got a treasure chart. So, thanks for playing and all that. I can't tell you how fun it's been for me. And, don't forget your umbrella or nothing on your way out the door. Thank you, Salvatore. What's the There's 3 rewards. First win, second win, and under 20, right? So what's the other reward in vanilla? I'm not going to go for it. You know, this thing may look like a windmill, but it's actually a wind-powered Ferris wheel. Used to harness the wind's power to spin in quite a nifty manner. We rarely get a favorable wind around here anymore, so it doesn't budge. I'm pretty sure it's not broken or anything, though. If the wind blew in the right direction again, we just have to hit the power switch out back to get it moving. Looks like a westerly wind is blowing now. Yeah, no, Salvatore's great. Shut up! You don't look at all familiar, buddy. Are you some kind of tourist or something? If you are, I'll show you around. Why don't you join me for a little stroll around town? Our Windfall Island may be a little cozy, so to speak, but people from all over the world come here. The town's always lively. Wait, what? I missed that. Why, just walking around and having a look at things is quite fun. That's a mark of a great town. I mean, this guy's got a rainbow, so, you know, happy pride. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not... just not it. And the problem is, even though that's not it, this isn't it either. Huh? Oh dear, pardon me, guy. I was so fully and wholly absorbed in my dancing that I didn't even notice that little old you standing there. I am Tot. I love dancing more than I love 3 meals a day. You will come to know me as the world's charismatic dancer extraordinaire. Ready, guy? Outdoor awning? 1, 2, 1, 2. Say, guy, you know what I was just reminded of? Long ago, I met this delightful little guy who performed the most dazzling magic dance. A dance that turned night into day right before my very eyes. I can remember those fabulous dance moves, but I just can't seem to get that intricate rhythm down. You think you know the rhythm, guy? Yes. What is this anyway? You can't even look at it. Go back up and have a peek, see if I can see what you're talking about. Oh, this? I guess slightly off, but I can see it. Chad, I apologize for what I'm about to do. He's back. I see the same green clothes and the same green hat. By the look of you, I'd say, sir, could you by chance be a fairy? Fairy godparents! Goodness, did you feel my telepathy? That's why you saved me, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Do not worry, Tinkle knows without you telling him. Sir, yes, sir. Tinkle is my name. I have been looking for you and your kind, for I, too, long to be one of the fairy folk. And yet, I was mistaken for some kind of troublemaker and put into this dreadful sort of place. How disrespectful! Please, Mr. Fairy, rescue poor Tingle from this place and take him to where you and your kind live in splendor. No. Okay, fine. Look at this asshole. Hooray! Thank you oh so very much. Here is Tingle's heartfelt gift of thanks. Tingle, Tingle, Kurippa. Become an item. He gave you the Tingle Tuner. This is a cool feature. I can't do it. I don't have a Game Boy Advance or a link cable. But I did do this stuff in a file in the past. I don't have the link cable or the Game Boy Advance anymore, but it was kind of neat. I still wish they'd done something like this in the Wii U version, because since you had the gamepad, you could just have the Tingle Tuner on the gamepad. Instead, they had Tingle bottles, which weren't as fun. They were kind of useful for, like, sharing the photos, though. For your gallery. That was nice, but other than that... The occasional games that had Game Boy Advance connectivity was kind of a neat thing. I did like the Tiny Chow Garden on Sonic Adventure 2 as well. Once, and I was like, this sucks, and went back to the GameCube version. You know, I wonder if I still have my GBA link cable, actually. Or if I gave it away when I got rid of my Game Boy Advance. I'm not sure. Which I hadn't gotten rid of my Game Boy Advance, but... Now, no matter how far we travel from this dingy cell, our souls will be as one. Excuse. Splendid! Tinkle is going to get ready to go to the realm of the fairies. You just wait here, okay, sir? I think it's a bare bones version of that, Mitsu. Ah, I was forgetting something important. Oh, Mr. Fairy, you want to come to my island, don't you? No. Don't you? No. Don't you? No! You got Tinkle's chart. What kind of chart could it be? Head out to sea, then press up and check your charts to find out. When you go out to sea, open it. If you ever need any help with your charts, just leave it to Tinkle. Don't ever forget it. If you ever need help with charts, don't forget it. Oh, the Sonic Advance 1 was bare bones to begin with, and yeah, maybe it's just the same. Anyway, we're not leaving yet. The man who loves rupees forgot about this one. Behind this box. It's a thing. You remember the path here. So yeah, I get it. Don't forget about the roops. Aha! That floor looks weird over there. I'm going to ignore it. Siren Cave for grand total 5 checks. Damn. That's the worst turnout, isn't it? Also, hey Lily. Rolling right along.
Shut up and hold, you're spoiling.
Yep. I forgot there was a cutscene here. It's not there in Rando. Date unknown. At last, I have succeeded in stealing the picto box I have desired for so long. Succeeded, yes, but sadly. Due to a slight mistake on my part, I was also caught. I have been imprisoned, but I do not give in easily. I refuse to give this wondrous box to my captors. I decided to hide it here in the depths of my cell, then make my escape by tunneling out. Yes, that is my plan. Yeah, there's just dead people here. Of course, if I ever successfully escape from this prison, I shall one day return to recover the picto box. Man, what if this led to a side quest? Fair enough, Lily. Have a good one. Apologies. I will write the controls for it in case I should forget them. Hang on. Saves up to 3 pictographs at one time. Oh, how it pains me to leave it. I just wish I could get out of here so I could start taking pictographs. And now we got the upgraded telescope. I mean, what? Nope, there's nothing on this. Now we shall leave. I really should just say this for last, but I got kind of uncertain that certain things would happen. If anyway, walk in here. One of the best things in the game. Oh, that look in your eye. So you found yourself a sail, have you? No, leave me alone, I'm not done yet. Very well, then I shall teach you the art of sailing. Come next to my hull and press A to climb aboard. Set the sail you got, and press that same button to hoist it. The sail will catch the wind, which will push the boat forward. The arrow that appears behind me indicates wind direction. Use stick to steer. If you wish to move quickly, you should keep the wind blowing directly into the sail. You can always press A to put away the sail. Try it when you want to adjust your speed. Did you understand all that? Ah, one more thing. When you are out at sea with few landmarks to go by, you will be at the mercy of your sea chart. I have marked the place we should be currently heading for on your sea chart. If you get lost at sea, simply press up to open the chart and confirm your position. Now, a westerly wind blows. Hop in, let it carry us to the east. Not yet, no. Not done. I think these girls have gossip now. No, not yet. Oh, yep, actually, yes. Yeah, we're good. No matter how much money you give us, we won't tell you anything. Nope, nothing. That's right, not even for 2 rupees. I'm ignoring you. What? You're ignoring us? Us? You stinker. Oh, really? You're gonna give us rupees? Yippee! We each get 1 whole rupee. Haha, we're still not going to tell you anything, not even a teensy tiny rumor. Yeah, we would never tell you about the merchants with the huge backpacks who are on Bomb Island, Greyfish Isle, and the Mother and Child Isles. I hear they all think Tsunari's shop is the greatest. Isn't that the weirdest? They told me everything. Now they must die. Wow, 1 whole rupee. Yeah, nothing new here. I was just checking on that. Let's take care of this shit. Welcome to Mrs. Marie's School of Joy. I don't think I've ever seen your face around here before, my young scholar. Are you a new pupil? What can I do for you on this fine day? We need to talk. I know I may look a bit flashy for a teacher, but I assure you I am one. How long has it been since I opened my school here on Windfall Island? 20 years? Ever since then, I've been teaching the children of this island about true joy. But I do have a rather joyless problem. There's this delinquent gang of 4 young boys who never listen to a word I say. Even though I wait patiently for those boys to show up, they never come. It's as if they don't want joy in their hearts. Could you please catch their leader, that little boy named Ivan the Terrible, and talk some sense into him for me? Please, young man, for me? Yes, ma'am. Oh, thank you so much. You're such a dear. They're such troublesome little boys. I'm at my wit's end over how to handle them. But they won't be so mean to a boy their own age, will they? I should think not. Good luck, young man. Alright, knuckle punks and what? Yo, bud, you got a problem with us killer bees? Huh? Do ya? I'm not gonna do it every time. Don't tell me it's that annoying hag of a teacher again, is it? That's a... Come here. You came here to give us a talking to because Mrs. Marie asked you to, huh? Tell us not to skip school, right, bud? Tell us not to be tardy, right, bud? Well, forget about all of that. We're the mighty and invincible king of 4, the killer bees. Do you think we listen to a chump like you? And I'll tell you what, bud. If you want to challenge us to a competition, then we'll think about maybe listening a little bit. What do you say, bud? Do you want to challenge us? I'll take you on. Okay, your funeral, bud. The rules are simple. We're gonna go hide somewhere, and if you find us, we're gonna run. You gotta try to catch us. Easy as that, bud. We won't hide indoors or nothing, and we won't leave this island because we don't have fucking boats! So look for us around in the shadows and behind buildings and stuff. Wait, why am I giving you tips? If you catch all 4 of us, we lose. You got a bud? Ready? Go! And they're off. And now, they must die. Got 1. You're awesome. You know what? No. How dare they play hide and seek? They're going to be in prison one day. Shut up, dork. Yar, you got me. Ah, you got me. Honestly, you know, also, Link's face during these moments is like the greatest. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-na, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, lame!
I know you are, boy.
Ah, I can't believe it. You found all four of us, and you caught us all too. Talk about utter defeat. Looks like we lost our touch, killer bees. Not really the bee's knees. I guess maybe it's time we chilled out. From now on, we won't cause no more trouble for anyone, because we fucking suck at hide and seek, that's all it takes. And to reward your hide and seeking skills, here, take this, bud. Piece of heart. This is our favorite possession, but you've proven that you're worthy. To our bud, the hide-and-seek master. Oh, and one more thing. We need you to apologize to Mrs. Marie for us, alright? We're counting on you, bud. Do it yourselves!
Do it yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna Windfall Island for a while. I'll probably do Dragon Reese Island a decent amount of time. You know, I've still been doing this for so long. What can I do for you on this fine day? You did it, didn't you? You said something to those delinquents for me, didn't you, dear? You can't fool me. I'll watch it all from the shadow of my door. Creepily. It's like sneaking like. You really are a dear. You fill me with joy. I have to reward you, so here's a little spare change. Yo. Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell anybody, dear. When it comes to children, my eyes never deceive me. Someday, dear, you will grow up to be a fine young man and your name will go down in history. That's what I think, dear. They're hiding. And they're seeking. How could they do this? Hey, Mark, how's it going? Hey, sounds like you apologized for the teach for us. Good old Mrs. Marie. And speaking of, bud, did you know it's going to be Mrs. Marie's birthday soon? Boss, ooh, boss, you think maybe we should give her some kind of present or something? Don't be stupid, we're the killer bees. We ain't no teacher's pets. Yeah, but teach... Why is there an apostrophe there? I mean, short for teacher, I guess. And technically that's the rule. If you shorten a word, you're supposed to put an apostrophe. Teach loves drooler and junk more than anything else in the world. I guess with teach specifically, I'm used to that just not being apostrophe. What's she into these days? What'd you call them? Joy pendants? Really? Where do you find them? Are they just lying around? If we could just find some, we could give them to Teach as a present and she'd be all happy. Hey, now that I think about it, when I was climbing trees the other day, I saw some sparkly light up on top of some tree in town. Where was that? Maybe that's one of them pendants. What do you think, boss? Nah, that's crazy talk. Well, let's go do the thing. Can't believe these boys would climb trees. How delinquent. So these are basically useless. Yo, bud, looks like you found yourself a joy pendant. Solid work. I'm standing up here because it makes you look cool and also makes me taller than you because I have insecurity issues. Actually, I gotta admit, we hid that thing up in the tree. We thought you might find it. Listen up, it's gonna be Mrs. Marie's birthday soon. We were thinking of giving her a present, so it was good that we finally got our hands on that thing. But we can't be going around giving presents to people. No way. That just don't fit the Killer Bees style. Come on, bud. Can't you give it to Teach for us? Can't you? It's not like we could ask just anybody to do it for us, neither. It's gotta be someone reliable who can keep a secret. You're the only one we could ask, bud. Now we're just gonna fuck off. Fair. Look, a thing. My dear, that's a joy pendant. Attention, citizens of Windfall Island! You have been cheated and lied to! I knew it! Tell you the truth, I love jewelry above all else. And that is extremely rare and hard to come by. It's the hottest thing around, dear. Oh my, yes. I will happily take a single one from you. No, I insist, only one. To tell you the truth, I'd actually like about 20 of them, but that would probably only happen in my wildest of dreams. Now she's wearing it. You know, I've been a teacher here for a long time. It's tough to put one past me. That being said, I'm pretty sure I know who put you up to this, dear. Those little sweeties, I'm so joyful. It's the best birthday present I could ask for. I suppose I ought to thank you. Close your eyes, dear.
Hey, you gave me a purple one earlier.
If you see those boys again, tell them I say hello.
Tell yourself in class.
I'll talk to him one more time. You ain't bad. Yeah, you're the coolest, bud. Okay, don't really say anything important anymore. Yeah, let's talk to Picto Man. I don't know, I kinda love him. Why, young sir, I must say, you seem to be in possession of a very fine picto box there.
Are you a lover of pictographs as well?
There can be only one, no villains amongst the ranks of pictobox lovers, except for the guy who stole it from you, you know.
Take your time, look around, I implore you.
Why is there a heart? Gallery. Killer bees, just punk kids. Are these some finely snapped pictographs? You must admit it. Oh! But come now, you needn't be so surprised, my young sir. It is a hobby of mine to sneak up behind people when they least expect it, dude. It's quite an amusing diversion, think nothing of it. By the way, the pictographs you see decorating these fine walls have all been taken by none other than myself. They are my pride and joy. See, in my younger days, I was tireless, sailing far and wide across the great sea, snapping pictographs wherever I went. Have a look at them, young sir. He does have a story for all these. I don't think I'm going to read them all. Read this one, because this one's important.
What kind of pictograph is this, you ask?
One ill-fated day, misfortune befell me and my boat was destroyed. Clinging to the wreckage, I drifted at the whims of the waves. That's when I saw this monstrosity. This foul ship, veiled in mist and fading in and out of sight like something out of another world. Yes, my young sir, 'tis none other than the ghost ship. The rumors I've heard tell of a man who researched the reaches of the sea, where the ghost ship faded in and out of sight, and that he drew a map of its movements. But that it is said that as soon as the man had finished drawing the lines of that cursed map, he died a most unexpected death. Chilling! Truly chilling. Now, if one were able to find that map, then it might be possible to sneak onto the ghost ship and get the treasure that is said to lurk within its hull. Foreshadowing! I am curious what he says about this, though.
Not a bad pictograph, hmm?
Is that not a rather mysterious statue? The statue's home is on one of the Triangle Islands. It lies due south of here. There are a total of 3 Triangle Islands, the northern, the southern, and the eastern islands. Each of them has a statue such as this standing on its shores. Yeah.
Wait a second, what's that? In the wall. A crawl space?
Flush! You've captured art. How I know? Let me start a side quest. You see, young sir, I have been studying pictoboxes since I was but a lad. My lifelong dream of creating a box with incredible pictography capabilities is at long last nearing fruition. Young sir, I hesitate to ask, but could you perchance become my research assistant? Sure. Oh, really? Really and truly? My heart leaps at your enthusiasm, but I feel I must tell you. The path an assistant must follow is not a simple one. I demand that whosoever takes on the role of my assistant be an individual who can take whatever command I may issue and promptly complete it without hesitation. It will be quite a challenge, I assure you. You're still sure you want to do this? Absolutely. We've been side questing on Windfall for so long. Again, I'm taking this game chill. I've said before I don't want to rush through it. I want to take my time and just enjoy this game. I'm not going to 100% it. That's too much, but it's good for chill. I don't know if we're gonna stop before or after we do Dragon Roost Cavern. Maybe we'll just get to Dragon Roost Cavern and then start next stream there. We'll see. You must share my love with a pictograph. What is your name, young sir? Link, is it? Very well then, I shall issue 3 commands to you. On the dawn of the day you complete all 3 tasks, the moon will fall. You shall be my #1 assistant, Link. Now then, for my first command, a love letter. Do you know what that is, young sir? It is a collection of words of love, long unspoken and put into written form. Somewhere in this town there is one who, despite constant rejection, never learns the cold lesson of unrequited passion, and continues to write letters of doomed love. I am certain the object of this sadly one-sided affection is in quite a quandary over the matter. I'm of the mind that I must have a word with the unwanted suitor. However, I must have physical evidence, and thus your first task is to snap a pictograph of this individual in the act of sending the unwanted letters. That sounds easy, does it not? Rightly so. If you hope to be my assistant, you must perform this task with ease. Side quests. I need to do a thing as I didn't do this thing before, and I'm going to do it now. My hotkeys tab. Find the right scene. Okay. Because apparently when you copy a scene over, it doesn't copy your hotkeys. Okay. I'm gonna run down to that mailbox and wait while taking a quick BRB. This guy will take a while to get there. There's a lot of moments like that, actually. I could probably get them all at once, too, but we're gonna wait. Stand over here and do it. Don't have to worry about weirdo fuckface over there. Alright. Be right back. I killed time somehow. This fucker's still not here. You'll get there eventually. I'll start Discord for a second. Oh, here he comes. I hope that wasn't too late. Let's see, was that all I needed to send? I didn't forget anything, did I? pretty much all these requests require waiting. No, 2 out of 3. That's what I was going to say, and then I said all anyway. All in. Pretty good show, except for the finish on the women's match, but more on that later. Damn it. I took it slightly late. I thought I would have stayed out longer. Or rather, I thought I did stay out longer, like the letter. Like, I gave you a chance, like, just... Well, I apologize, chat. Shut up. The slow scroll. I think what you wanted there was...
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, there that guy goes. I see it, Dick. Most entertaining part of the stream. Letter's out, it's up. Gotcha. Fucker! There we go. Oh, now this is a finely snapped pictograph indeed. Now. They say love is blind, but what could he be thinking mailing all these letters? I should not ridicule him, though, for he reminds me of myself back in the innocence of my youth. Memories of those bittersweet summer days come rushing back to me. But I digress. Very good, young sir. I must congratulate you on passing your first test. I shall promptly take this pictograph from you and use it most efficiently. Very well, next is my second command. You know, this entire questline kind of is just an invasion of privacy, isn't it? You must search for this town's most timid and cowardly resident. I intend to flog his spirit so as to lend him some backbone. This individual flinches and jumps at even the slightest of surprises. I need you to capture the instant of pure fear on this individual's face in the pictograph. So tell me, do you think you complete this task, young sir? No, those pictographs. Pick a box in his face and run. You know what I mean? When I was younger, like, I never thought much of this quest. When you get older, it's kind of like, huh. Well, it's just a video game. And we let it work. There. There. Like, you're not supposed to look that deeply into it. But... what an asshole. Wait. Oh, now this is a finely snapped pictograph indeed. Clearly this individual must be the town's most timid of denizens. Fear is his constant companion. I cannot complain, young sir. You have passed in the most admirable manner. Say, and is it me, or does this chap quite a striking individual? Oh. He's in love. Very good, young sir. This means you have passed my second test. I shall promptly take this pictograph from you and use it most efficiently. Very good. Next is, at long last, my final command. Open your heart and mind and listen to what I have to say. Somewhere in town is a couple, a man and woman whose hearts are secretly filled with thoughts of the other, and yet for reasons unknown the two have never spoken. Even when they happen by chance to pass each other on the road, they each steal a brief, furtive glance at the other, but they suppress the longing in their hearts. I cannot let this tragedy go on any longer. For the sake of the town and my own desire to help these poor souls, I shall become Cupid, Archer of Love, because now he just exists in this universe too. These two are timid burglars in the House of Love, and you must capture a pictograph of them thinking their furtive thoughts. And young Master Link, if and when hope beyond hope you manage to complete this third task, you shall become my #1 pupil. Does that not excite you? Good luck to you, young sir. I mean, I'm just in this for the side quest, man. I'll sit and watch this for a bit. We'll play games, no. 2. 1. 2. I'm gonna take them over here. I'll hide in the bushes. Every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. No, I'll go back over here. Fuck it. Yeah, it should be fine. I just need that door to show up. I promise, chat, this is the last time I gotta stand around and wait to take pictures. Got the latest news. The latest nudes. Oh, wait, no. One eternity later. Oh my god, there's a dancing cubone on my phone. I can't believe this. Look at this dancing cubone. He's dancing. Man, it's more entertaining than wait. Oh my god, the guy shrunk! No, that was just a fucking killer bee. Ah. I wonder what takes longer, him to get there or the guy to get to the mailbox? Oh, this is a finely snapped pictograph indeed. I had no idea these two would get along so splendidly. You can see the love there, hidden, but thriving. Even I, who have lived in this town for so many long years, did not realize in the slightest the extent of their passion. You have done well, Link. I shall probably take this pictograph from you and use it most efficiently. Now then, my young sir, you have completed all the tasks I set you to. My doubts about you have all been cleared up. I shall hereby be proud to call you my assistant, Link, and to reward you further for your fine efforts, I offer you this. The elderly lady next door tells me it has value of sorts. Well, if she had one, then why did she give it? No. From here onward, come rain or wind, my heart shall rest in comfortable ease. At the same time, your heart will learn the love that pictography fosters. Laughing. We are not done with pictobox-related stuff. We are today, but not for the rest of the game. It's not really huge, though. It's like it doesn't matter that much, but still. Oh, yeah, I think I was... Yeah, that was the last thing I was going to do in Windfall. I need to just double investigate some stuff. Oh yeah, there's the hint for getting one of the bees when you're doing the hide and seek thing. Now go into the front because we need to see. We need to set up how awful this guy is. Look at his fuck ass hair. This would be the bomb shop. Go on and use stick to look around. Come on, look at this. 10 bombs, 10,000 rupees. Come on now, how's a kid like you going to pay for these? You're dreaming. Look, can't you read? Do these look like something you can afford, huh? Listen to me, boy. You're out of your mind. You can't pay for these, so scram. My ancestor has been making bombs for generations, uh-huh. Now, it seems like I'm the only person left in the world who still works in the bomb industry. Which means I'm the best in the world. And which means I don't go selling my work without approving of who I sell it to. I don't approve of you, so beat it. I didn't call for you, boy. Go on now. You're not gonna have a lot of clients like that, and it's bad business practice. No one can afford your shit, no one's gonna buy your shit, and then, you know, you lose. Anyway. Finally take to the seas. We have ourselves a handy map. Let's check out our charts. Not clown noises! Put out our sail. So we may set sail towards that thing in the distance. Oh god, this camera is killing me. Now, one of the best songs in the game. One of the best songs in the series. It is neat how you can see the distant islands, even though they aren't technically loaded in. We have a clear landmark. Oops, didn't see that coming, so I didn't get to go into it. No. Not the poppin'. See, we'll just cruise. Cruise around to the side here. So I can, there.
Yeah, mighty fine boat you got there, bub. You must be searching for treasure on the seafloor too, aren't you? You won't get any from us, bub, not likely. Let me ask you something real quick. Who wanders around on a fishless sea? I'll tell you who, bub. Only pirates, monsters, and treasure hunters like ourselves. Maybe some other things I've never heard of. You know, with all the weak island dwellers who never leave their shores, I'm amazed to see such a tiny little guy out here. I like your style, bub. I feel like I've known you my whole life. So hey, bub, tell you what, as one treasure hunter to another, I'll give you this. You'll definitely be needing it if you want to help treasure. Come on, take it. I won't take no for an answer. I also won't take a nay, nope, or nar. Just grab it.
We've got a treasure chart. God, yeah, I know. No, this is kind of a problem, because it doesn't let you speed this up. First, press up to open your sea chart, then press Y to check in your special charts. You search for treasure by comparing the specific island charts on the left with the treasure chart on charts on the right. Simple, bub. After that, all you need to do is use the same thing we use to haul up treasure. One of those grappling hooks that the Rito tribesfolk at Dragon Roost Island use.
Oh, no spoilers for the next item.
Yeah, those grappling hooks. Nothing pulls up stuff like those things. Alright, little treasure buddy. Best of luck to all of us.
They're pretty great. I can get to this island. I think there's stuff I can do here now. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. So many chews. Look at that jelly. Peace off. These pods, though, ew, creepy. It's the creepiest island in the whole game. It's the creepiest cave in the whole series. Alright, so let's move on to Dragon Roost. And again, we'll do like there's like a thing or two we'll want to do there first, and then get into the dungeon and call it a stream for today. Look at this majestic shot. Look at this majestic game. Love this game so much. The goals are with us. There, on the horizon. That is our destination link. Dragon Roost Island. I think that's not what horizon means. High atop this island's peak lives the spirit of the skies, a great dragon by the name of Valu. Not to be confused with a certain bear. You must go see this dragon and request from him a jewel called Din's Pearl. Ask the people of the Rito tribe who inhabit this island about how to see the dragon.
Oh, I almost forgot. Wait a moment. I just coughed this up. This is the Wind Waker. It is a baton of sorts that was used long ago when the people played music and prayer to the gods. In those days, simply using it allowed one to borrow the power of the gods, but I do not know if it still works. Memory unlocked. When stores used to have game demo kiosks, Wind Waker was one of them, and one of the scenes you could play was here, where you first get the Wind Waker. And I think Dragon Roost Island, or at least part of it, maybe the boss of Dragon Roost Island specifically, was also one of the save files. I'd forgotten about all that, actually, so that's kind of cool to suddenly remember. Even so, I thought it might be of some use to you. Perhaps you should try using it. Also, yeah, Dragon Roost Island's music is very good. First, conduct in 3/4 time. Do not touch stick. Just try to measure with my tilting C stick up, down, and right. I kind of miss game kiosk demos, but they are kind of a product of the time, aren't they? When nowadays you can just download a demo anywhere. Very nice, that was splendid. Next is 3/4 time, also known as 1 time. Hold stick left to change your rhythm, then match your rhythm and tilt up, right, left, and then down. No, 21. This is a song you will learn later, but we just swap some of the notes. That's it, Link. That was not bad for your first time using the Wind Waker. Not bad at all. You can also conduct with it in 6/4 time by tilting stick right. You would do well to remember that. Beavers in the old world. Receive the legendary Wind Waker. By using this magical conductor's baton, you can borrow the power of the gods. Set and use it by pressing whatever button you set it to. To conduct, use stick to choose notes. Yeah, thank you for telling me the stuff we've just learned. Okay, before we start making the ascent here... Oh, never mind, he's not here. There appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. I played Ocarina of Time, I know what this means. Oh, this is gonna be etched in your brain before too long. That little chime is good. You learned the Wind's Requiem. Fair enough, Mark. Yep, that's a mighty nice breeze. The name's Zephos. I'm the god of winds. So you're the new Wind Waker, are you? Great, great. For a beginner, you've got a nice wind sense about you. I like you, kid. That tune you just picked up, well, it gives you control over the direction the wind blows. Depending on how it's used, the wind can be a good thing or a very bad thing. You want an example of it being a bad thing, then you should see my brother. I like this guy, though. It saddens me to say that my brother, Cyclos, is miffed about his monument here being broken, and now he spends his time creating cyclones to torment people with. If you encounter any cyclones at sea, chastise my brother for me, will you? And that is my request for you. And he's off. What's fun is, you can just watch him go until he eventually vanishes. Now let's use bombs. Danger, do not attack the explosive fruit. Too late. What does this say? Up.
Oh, you know, over the years, the ocean people evolved to be stronger. I don't know. We need something to hit these. Let's check out this pair we bought way earlier. We are now a seagull. What can we do with this? Not really a lot, but we can scope out some stuff. Like we can hit this. Ouch. And drop a chest that was on the top of that boulder. Some cash. I did not realize my ruby's max at 200 here? Damn. Could have used those. Oh well. Hey, you know what I realized I haven't done it all yet? We have ways of getting money when we need it later. Ah! That fucking bounce, though. If the GameCube had crashed, I would probably be like, okay, good stream today, and then redone everything offline. Because I'm basically right where I want to end anyway. There's some really good visual effects in this game. It still hold up like really well. Like the jump from 64 to GameCube is still like the biggest jump in graphics and gaming history. You know, okay. Obviously, I said 64 to GameCube. I really just mean that gen specifically. 64 and PS1. The GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2. Like, don't get me wrong, you compare a GameCube game to a modern game, but those incremental jumps were not nearly as massive as this jump was. Link? Link, is that you? It is! I'm pleased to see that you're okay. I must say, you traveled far for one with no wings.
Don't be judgmental, dude.
Your sister, is she... That's so. Well, don't worry too much. I'm sure she'll hang in there. I have an idea, Link. Would you like to meet our chieftain? I've told my people here about you, and all of us Rito are very concerned. I'm certain the chieftain will befriend you and lend you the aid of our Aerie. I should clarify, the jump in 3D technology. Because we're calling 64 and PS1 the first 3D gen. I know there were some like 3D effects on 16-bit consoles. Don't count. Back in the day, jump from Super Nintendo to 64 was huge. In hindsight, the SNES aged better, but it's settled then. I'll fly on ahead and let everyone know you're coming. Come inside, Link. I'll be waiting. I'll fly on ahead, and the entrance is just literally right up this hill here. I think it didn't set in until the gen after, because I was like... I still like playing 64 games when GameCube was current, but as things started like getting really advanced, I was like, wow, 64 is kind of slowing down. Hi, Jeff. Yes, we were. 3-4, 4-4, and 6-4, did they say? We're conducting in the Wind Waker. Well, have you discovered the cause of the great Valu's anger? I love it as an artistic choice. Ah, so you're a Link, are you? Well, it's told me all about you. A troubling tale indeed. I insist that you let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. I will double check once I get done with this cutscene, because I thought it said 6-4. Okay, there we go. We shall do everything in our power to assist you. However, in the meantime, we have a problem of our own to deal with. When you arrived on the island, did you notice the raging dragon perched atop the mountain? As you can see, we of the Rito tribe are profoundly connected to the sky. We make our livings on the airways. We do so by the graces of the sky spirit Volu. When a Rito reaches adulthood, he or she journeys to the top of Dragon Roost to receive a scale from the Great Dragon. It is this scale that enables the Rito to grow his or her wings. Yeah, once this cutscene's done, I'll pull it out. Recently, however, the once gentle Volu has grown violent and unpredictable. Sadly, we can no longer approach him. If this continues, the fledglings who are of age will never be able to receive scales from Volu on Dragon Roost. They will remain wingless, which is a shame because they taste wonderful, and in time, our very way of life will be threatened. As chieftain of the Rito, my first responsibility is to solve this problem. My apologies, but I must ask you to wait for our assistance until this is done. Will you do so?
Yeah, sure.
Chieftain, what do you think of consulting Link with regards to your son, Prince Komali? As you can see, Link is a gallant young lad. I feel certain that Prince Komali would open his heart to him and speak freely of his fears and worries. That may be. Let me be direct. My son, Komali, is of the age to earn his wings, yet he is weak in some ways, and in light of the current situation, he may just give up on ever getting them. What say you? Will you share some of your courage with my son? Will you meet with my son?
I guess I have to.
I thank you. We shall do our best to solve our problem as quickly as possible so that we may better help you with yours. I have something I wish for you to give to my son. A young girl named Medley is holding it for me. Would you find her and take it? I'm counting on you.
We're almost done with the cutscene, I swear.
Here, Link, take this with you. Who knows, it might come in handy. You got a delivery bag. Finely crafted bags like this are used by Rito postmen everywhere. With so many pockets, they can hold many items. Select it on the item screen and press button to see what you have inside. You should find Medley in one of the upper rooms. Leave the Great Volu to us. In the meantime, do your best to aid Prince Komali. Alright, here we go. Or not, I can't use it in here. I'll go outside and pull it out. That's what they're calling 6-4. Yeah, 6-4. I want you to notice, though, is interesting quirk is that if you play a down first, the down note's different. But if you play an up first, the down is different again. I know they did this for limitations because there are two songs that use this measure later. It's so interesting quirk. You want to get to Dragon Roost Cavern, you've got some bad news for you. The bridge is out. There's no way to even get inside. I'm sure you'll understand once you've seen it for yourself. As for swimming across, well, you need water for that, and the pond's all dried up. No need to panic, though. I'm sure the chieftain will think of something. Well, again, we'll get inside that dungeon and call it a stream for the evening. As you're from Off Island, allow me to tell you about the Dragon Roost. Even in the best of times, it's a dangerous place with all those bomb flowers going everywhere. I actually prefer the Ocarina of Time method, but I think this is okay. Now it's even more perilous. It's so bad that the bomb flowers themselves have all dried up. The great and wonderful Volu has created quite a mess. I'm gonna go find this collection of songs, medley, and talk to them. Hey, I know you. Yeah. You're the adventure guy, sailing from island to island. Action, excitement, right? I literally just started sailing, but sure. So with all the adventuring you do, did you happen to find a golden feather? My girlfriend, she's wanted one of those things for the longest time. And actually, I kind of promised that I'd send one to her. It stays in that rhythm when it gets played out. Wow, you really do have green clothes and a strange shaped hat. You're Link, aren't you? Oh, me? I'm an attendant to the great Sky Spirit Valoo. My name is Medley. Well, to tell the truth, I'm not an attendant quite yet. I'm actually still studying to be one. Oh, what am I thinking? Here, this is from the chieftain. Link, he wants you to give this directly to Prince Komali. My favorite thing is the delay between her handing the item and putting her hand down, and then you finally actually picking up the item. You accepted father's letter. Letter. It is a letter from a father addressed to his son. You just received a fine delivery bag. Why not use it to carry this letter down to Komali? When you want to take it out, choose your delivery bag on the item screen and set this letter to button. The room way in the back on the first floor is Prince Komali's room. You have to go down a couple steps to get there. When you meet Prince Komali, please don't get offended by his manner. He has no bad intentions, I promise. By the way, listen, Link. I have a small favor I'd like to ask of you. Could you please come to the entrance of Dragon Roost Cavern later? I'll explain everything then.
Alright.
In the hills of the rising sun. We'll talk to this guy later, probably.
I'm too full of rupees to carry now.
Orb. Who are you supposed to be? Take this letter. Letter? From my father? Doink. Oh sure, tell me to be brave is easy enough for him. It's not like he's the one who went through a horrible experience. It's not like he still has to go get a scale from Valoo. You're in this letter too, you know. Poking your nose into people's business. You're nosy, aren't you? Sorry, but I really don't feel like going to see Valoo right now. I mean, how am I supposed to get a scale from him when he's so upset? What, are you trying to say that you can calm Valoo down? Shh, that's just a big fat lie. It's easy to say you can do anything. Bragging doesn't cost a thing. I'll tell you what, if you can find me someone who can get past all the obstacles on Dragon Roost to get to Valoo, then I'll listen to anything you say. What? Oh, this?
Slow zoom.
It's strange. Holding this calms me down. I forget all the bad things. I don't know that one. It's so pretty, isn't it? It's called Din's Pearl. My grandma gave it to me. My grandma used to be Valoo's attendant. She was the only person on the island who understood Valoo's language. Oh, Grandma, if she were here, I know she would calm Valoo down, I just know it. But my father and the rest, no matter how hard they try, they'll fail, I know it. No one else can calm Valoo down, it's impossible. What? What is it, huh? Listen, you can stare all you want, but I'm not giving this to you. This is my treasure, you understand? I'm not going to just hand it over to some do-nothing guy, am I? Kid! Oh damn, I can't pull the sword out here, never mind. Fair enough. Okay, I think you can bonk on these stairs, but it depends on when you roll. Yep. Stairs are weird in this game. Hey, you actually came! I'm really sorry for bringing you to such a dangerous place. I had to. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't need help desperately. You see this place? There used to be a spring here, surrounded by a beautiful pond. It was peaceful and lovely. But then the great Valoo, he became so angry and, in his rage, he shook the mountain and his boulder crashed down, plugging the spring. You can see the result. Yeah, particle effects in this game are still good. Oh, but where is my mind? Tell me, how was Prince Komali? Well, that doesn't sound right, not at all. I may be partially to blame for the bad turn that Prince Kamali's taken. See, Prince Kamali's grandmother was the Great Valu's former attendant. She was an amazing woman. I was honored to have her as my teacher. She was kind and brave, and unsurpassed in her dealings with the Great Valu. I'm not yet worthy of being mentioned in the same breath as her. If only I possessed some of her strength, I'm sure Prince Kamali would have felt more secure. Link, I'm sorry to ask this, but I need your help. I want to go to the small shrine that's near the peak of Dragon Rouge Shrine. But that ledge over there is so high. If I could get some wind under my wings, I'm sure I could get up there. So, will you help me? Sure. Phew, thank you so much. Okay, pick me up. And face that ledge and toss me.
Lower the rings. I cannot jump the distance, you have to toss me.
The atmospheric currents are really messed up, so pay close attention to the direction of the wind. Alright, I'm ready. Don't hold back now. Throw me as hard as you can. Or I could just, just make it a sure shot. I'm cheating. No, I'm not. Using intended game mechanics. Just face the right direction, and yoink. Oh, thank you. I think now I'll be able to climb Dragon Roost and meet with the Great Valu. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I may be just an apprentice attendant, but I can understand some of the Great Valu's language. I'm not exactly bursting with confidence, but look, if anything happens to me, please look after Prince Kamali. This is all I have to give you. I know it's not much, but please take it. Now for the delay. I guess in this case it's more like she tossed the bottle down, you gotta wait to catch it. Weird, it definitely works, guys, as we just demonstrated. Bottles are great for carrying stuff. Well, and please don't tell anyone that I'm climbing Dragon Roost. It'll be our secret, okay? Well, good luck to both of us. The broken glass goes everywhere, and then Orange Cassidy wraps his fist in tape and uses the glass to punch out Claudio. Apologies to people who didn't watch All In, or don't watch wrestling. Do what? Oh, you responded to me too, never mind. I'm going to water all these plants because I can. It'll extend the stream time. I could have bonked her, but... yeah. But I like Medley. Am I wasting time? No, I'm spending more time with you.
I got your plants right here. It's some serious weed, dude! Okay.
That sounds amazing unholy. Wait, no, I'm done. Now we can lift and yeet. Boom. Another neat effect. The particles floating on the water. The ash particles. This game is so good. Like, anyone who actually turned off from this game because of the cartoony aesthetic are fuckheads, because this game is good. Game is good, the visual effects are good, the art style is good, like, it's just such a good game. Oops. I'm gonna play a little bit of basketball here. Bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas tea. Oh no, my butt. I mean, if the Darkness didn't throw you in, like, Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, it's not gonna throw you here. And I know Beverly Hillbillies. I was thinking about them the other week weirdly, because my mind goes off wandering in random places at work because I'm so bored. And they came to mind for some reason. I don't remember why, but they were there, and I was like, I remember, like, a fourth of this theme song. I think I was thinking about, like, old TV shows in general, and then I was like, trying to think of ones I liked and ones I was bored of, and I thought of Beverly Hillbillies, and I was like, I don't actually remember if I really ever watched the show that much, and if I liked it or not. Dragons? We won't see dragons again in this series. Huh. I never thought about it. That kind of is a dead ringer for Denrell, isn't it? Anyway, chat. Looks, please. I think this is where I'm going to stop for the night. We made some pretty good progress. In fact, I better just go ahead and save now. Let's just stay on the screen. Also, I need to eat. I'm kind of hungry, but pretty good progress, I say. And we haven't even gotten to the first dungeon yet. But I mean, we did a lot of chilling out. What, if you count Forsaken Fortress as a dungeon? Game is definitely a lot more, I'm not going to say slow-paced, but deliberately paced compared to previous games so far, and I'm here for it. I think this game, it's I'm going to be repeating myself too much if I keep saying that, but like, it's got a good vibe, great graphics. I don't know when I'll get back to streaming it. Because, you know, the whole constant issue with when do I have free time with showings and whatnot, but I will stream it when I can get to it. I will not, I mean, I probably won't stream it Wednesday, regardless, because Wednesday is Dynamite, but if I'm able to, I would like to get back to it Thursday. But we'll approach it as we get to it. And like I said before, this is a game I do not want to rush, so I'm very fine with taking my time with it this way. Because I love this game, I don't want it to just disappear behind me really fast in this marathon, even though, you know, the whole point of this marathon is to get through it, but still. Let me see if there's anyone to raid. Lily is live. Playing some career day practice. I'm going to pull up this window here and mute this. There we go. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Very solid stream. Moon, no. That fucking check code. will see you at the next session, wherever that may be. I'm looking forward to playing more of this. I will say that if I get through this and showings and stuff, and this house still hasn't been sold yet, I will probably just put a huge hiatus on Way of the Hero until it's all done, just to be sure. If somehow this is still going on well into Castlemania, or October rather, Castlemania will just take precedence, and I will just stream around that no matter what happens, because like hell I'm going to be taking time off from Castlemania. So that's a whole month off. Hopefully those will take it along. We'll see. Anyway, well, let's hang out with Lily. Thank you. I did get a new follow, so thank you for that follow. Aiden, thank you for the raid. Urza, thank you for the resub. And ones I missed from our previous stream. 4 days ago stream. Omnatheus and Huppin, thank you for the resubs. That's how fun it is to dance to 5. 54 is a good number, if I do say so myself. But yeah, as always, have a good one. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.